What is going on, YouTube? So today, hopefully it's not echoing too bad in here. Today we're going to take a look at my torch cart. I've had this torch cart forever. I built it when I was stationed down in Shreveport, but I finally got bottles, finally bought a torch. So we're going to take a close look at it, check out a couple other things real quick. So let's get started. So this last week, I was kind of at a standstill on the shoebox. Still need Chris to get out here and check out the tail lights. What we're gonna do for some of the custom stuff we're gonna do on the quarter. I don't know how hush-hush we're keeping that. But either way, I need one of the front fenders to make sure everything's just flowing, looking good. So I haven't really been able to mess with it. Also, my little girl was sick. So the 2 days I was off, where I can usually get stuff done, was spent with her because she was out of school. So speaking of shoebox, tomorrow is the Shoebox Central open house that Chris hosts once a year. I do plan on going up there, try and make a video out of it. We'll see, depends. The weather's been cold and rainy here, and as far as I know, it's supposed to be like that tomorrow, so hopefully it don't kill his little open house. But either way, I'm gonna try and make a video out of that for y'all. And speaking of the Shoebox Central, I want to show y'all a couple things I got over here. So this is a piece of Chris's car. I've seen it in the scrap pile. All on the bottom side was rust or had been cut from removing it off the car. So I cleaned it up the best I could, and I was gonna just put Shoebox Central on there and then pinstripe it, but after I put Shoebox Central, I thought maybe I could make it look like it was cut off an old gasser. So that's kind of the look I was going for. I tried to do it like dry brush, where it kind of looks old. I don't think I'll fool anyone, but nonetheless, it'd be pretty cool hanging up there in the shop, since that's all they do is mess with these cars. So I did this for Chris, and then I'll show y'all what I did for my buddy real quick. So my buddy Slick, he works for Chris. Me and Slick's been friends for a good while now, and we're in the same car club together and everything. But I sent that to Slick, asked him what he thought, if he thought Chris would like it, and Slick really seemed to like it himself. So there's a little piece left from the quarter we cut off of there. There's still a little damage on it, but I cut most of it off, and I did this one for him. Hot Rods by Slick. I actually just got done. This stuff's probably still wet, especially since it's a little less than 50 degrees in here. But I did this one for him too, so he can hang it up in his little shop. He has a little kind of one-car garage that's old as dirt, and he keeps his 35 Ford hot rod in there. So it'd be cool to give that to him, where he can hang it up in there. So let's look at the torch cart. So y'all can kind of tell I don't really like boring shop equipment. I kind of like stuff with personality. So this thing I built when I was actually stationed down in Shreveport. I was working at Hammer Down Hot Rods with my buddy Micaiah on the side. And in the evenings, I would build stuff like this if I had time. Pretty simple to build. 1-inch square tubing, build this basic frame. Up here, made a little catch-all to hold like the tip cleaner, striker, glasses. Currently it's holding the torch, but I would like to build a little holder for this that holds it back here. We'll see if I can have time to get to that. But a couple of cool things on it. The aluminum piece up here with staggering size speed holes. Give it a little extra flair up there. Speed holes are cool. Metal flaked grips back here. These are for a bicycle. You can get them real cheap on eBay. I think by like $7-8 you can get these things. And then these Stillies, the Stillies and tires are actually from my Datsun I built when I was like 18. I have no clue why I had two of them with me down in Shreveport, but I did. And I decided putting them on here would be pretty bitching to have a, full-size wheel and tire. So we'll come around here to the back and I'll kind of show you what's going on back here. So down here, I want to show y'all kind of how I set this up in case one of y'all want to do this. I know a lot of people have extra wheels, or you can come across a couple of them at, swap meets and stuff. So in case you want to build a torch cart like this, kind of give you an idea of what I did. So this right here is actually the end of an axle from like an early 2000s Silverado. It has the same 6-lug pattern as the Datsun does. And hopefully you can see that weld right here. That's where I cut it. And then this is the same material. I don't remember exactly what it is. I think it's 1.5 inch DOM, 1/4 inch thick. Inside of here is a piece of 1 inch. I don't remember if it's solid or tubing. It's been too long. But either way, the piece is actually plug welded into this piece. So all this is one unit, slides into here. In the end of that, I'm pretty sure that was tubing, because I'm pretty sure I just dropped a nut down in there, welded it up, and I did it with just enough slack where about a 1/16 is sticking out past the end of this. So when this bolt and washer is actually tightened down all the way, it's maxed out. It leaves it this little gap. I keep grease in there. I know it's not an actual bearing, but it's pretty easy to do, and you can do it with pretty much with scrap stuff you have around the shop. So you may notice that even on my MIG welder, my gas over there, the oxygen, acetylene on here, all the bottles are blue. These bottles are from Atwood's, which is local to me. I don't really know how far Atwood's go as far as what states they're all in. I have no clue. But they are open on Sunday, and I swear to God, you only run out of gas on Sundays, usually when everyone's closed. The last 3 times I've ran out of gas in my MIG has been on a Sunday, and throw the bottle in the truck, go up there and exchange it. It don't matter. So I like to get my gas through them. I needed a torch the other day. I was gonna shop around on Amazon and read reviews and everything and try to get one as cheap as possible, but I needed one. Atwood's carries this little set that is all Lincoln Electric as far as the packaging. Package says it, comes in this bag, it says it, and everything says Lincoln Electric until you open it. And then first thing on the top of the piece of paper, Harris, a company by Lincoln Electric. I don't know how long they've owned them. It didn't really bother me because I'm not real proficient with one of these things, but I do know the couple I've used. The regulators have both been Harris that I can remember. And this thing cuts smooth, so I'm not worried about it at all. Comes with a little hose. The hose is a little short. I don't know how long it is, probably 10 foot maybe. But it comes with your torch, one cutting tip, one brazing or welding tip, striker, and glasses. It's $189, so not too bad. I'm sure you could find something cheaper if you absolutely wanted to, but overall I'm pretty happy with that. So that cut don't look the greatest, but I guarantee you it's me. I'm out of practice. I used to use one quite a bit when I was 18 or so, but I haven't used one much since then. So I need to get out here and practice because I really enjoy using one of these things. which brings me to a question for you guys. If you run a torch quite a bit, what do you set your regulators at on your oxygen and acetylene? I'll probably, if I'm cutting with it, it's probably going to be 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. So, you know, some feedback on what y'all like to use as far as your settings go. You know, drop me a comment down below. And using this thing, it just, to me, this is so much cooler than the plasma cutter. I have a plasma cutter. Don't get me wrong, plasma cutters are awesome. But, like, if you're to describe these things as people, you know, this thing right here, he drinks his coffee black. Plasma cutter may put a little bit of creamer in his coffee. This dude likes biscuits and gravy with some sausage. You know, plasma cutter, probably a croissant with some butter on it. I'm not just talking shit to upset people. I have a plasma cutter. I have a plasma table that I still haven't had time to sit down and figure out. And I'm gonna utilize the crap out of them. This thing just feels, I guess, more primitive, would be maybe be a good word for it. I don't know. I like running it. I'm glad I got it. I'm gonna start cutting crap with it. If you're new to the channel, please check out some other videos looking at the welding table or working on this car or some of the old original ones when I first started. If you're always coming back to the channel, I appreciate it, guys. The channel is slowly but surely growing, so seeing that helps me keep motivated to stay out here making videos. Please subscribe. Please leave me a comment down below what you think. If you're on Instagram, I'm on there at puddinsfabshop, and I'll see you guys in the next video.